You guys hear a voice in the background. It's Blaze. He's currently streaming right now. So, we're just gonna shout the stream and then we'll get going. Let's see.
Welcome to the Let's Talk Shop Box, where we talk all about the digital wrestling in. You already know, we're here to talk fucking shows.
Live chat and multi-stream.
Experts in the game, but we're giving no advice. All the same, like the Three Stooges, we'll bring the fun. Talking draw wrestling, second to none. Let's talk shop, turn up the dial. Unfiltered opinions, that's our style. Crack your headphones and give us a listen. The Let's Talk podcast. Talk. The Let's Talk podcast. Talk.
Yep. Why? Yeah, good point. Oh. Hey, prime time.
Welcome to the Let's Talk Shop Box, where we talk all about the digital wrestling in. You already know, we're here to talk fucking shows. We may not be experts in the game, but we're giving no advice. All the same, like the Three Stooges, we'll bring the fun. Talking draw wrestling, second to none. Let's talk.
Oh, what's up, Rick?
Turn up the dial, unfiltered
Alright.
opinions, that's our style.
Let's do this.
Can we be heard?
Now you can be heard. What's up, Prime Time? What's up, Rick? How you guys doing? Welcome to the Let's Talk Cost
Hey, Prime Time. Hey, Works.
Now that Samurai
Welcome to the podcast.
Alright, so today we are talking about the DLC. We're going to have some matches playing in the background while we're talking about it. So you'll see them in that smaller screen there in the bottom corner. And lower his volume. There we go. So you'll see it in the bottom corner. And then, yeah. Let's get going. First and foremost, what do you guys think of the DLC? And, you guys in the chat too, what are your thoughts on the new DLC in the game?
Fantastic.
Oh, really? Okay. I will say, I think the only one that makes it worth it for me, well, actually, no, the two people that make it, well, actually, no, three that make it worth it for me was, the band that's about to come out right now, freaking Abyss. The Great Khali, because fucking hell, that dude's actually got some pretty cool shit from what I've seen.
And we got the heel Kali. We got the good Kali.
I wanted the
We've
Punjabi.
also
we didn't get the Bojami Playboy.
Damn it!
I'm so happy.
I wanted the Punjabi Playboy. No, I'm just kidding.
If we got that one, I would have came to your house and kicked you in the ass.
I wanted that one where he walks down to the ring, grabs the ugliest woman he can find, and gives her a big old kiss.
Yes, because Vince is a perverted fuck.
Vince has a very demented mind. What's up, AJ? How you doing? Welcome in.
Hello.
What's up, Gav? Welcome in.
Also, the other one that makes it kind of worth it for me was Shaquille O'Neal.
What's going on, Joker?
He does look really good in this game.
Looks good, and also, I will say, every entrance actually looks fucking fantastic in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's a step forward. I don't know why. I just don't necessarily like the idea of we have two basketball players who have never stepped in the ring ever, and they're in here rather than, I don't know, a couple other people that could have taken a slot in here, like some of the NXT peeps. But that's just me.
Some of the NXT people, or maybe a few other TNA people that could have been put in, would have been cool. But by the way, we will be having matches playing while we're talking. There's not going to be any noise, so we're not going to be able to hear what's going on in the matches or anything like that, but they will be playing. And if you guys want to see someone fight one of the DLC characters, you can type it in the chat.
This was my suggestion, Abyss versus Kane.
Yep.
I just kind of want to see it.
So as far as whoever's going to fight Kali, you guys can argue over it in the chat, and we'll decide who out of the options we get, Kali will fight. So it'll be the next one I'll put in a match.
Hey, F. Kyle is the new chat champion.
You didn't notice that.
Yeah, their entrances are pretty damn cool. I'm gonna agree with Gav on that one. Their entrances are cool. I got to see them ahead of this.
Yeah, Janice. Yeah, Janice is in the game.
Janice is a fucking cool ass weapon to use. I think I actually have a clip where I basically just played as Abyss. I basically played as Abyss to go against Logan Paul, and basically as a run-in, just sucker punch the living shit out of him.
Gosh dang it! Great Kelly versus the Undertaker. We got Kelly Mavericks being thrown out there.
I don't think we could throw cause in there, but then again, we never set any rules. So
we never set rules. So I mean, if somebody wants to see Kali beat the living hell out of Kelly Mavericks, why am I gonna deny them that?
Also, Rick, yes, I want actual wrestlers for DLC. I'm out of my fucking gourd.
Yeah, but at the same time, due to apparently some legal entanglements, we're getting Aleister Black instead of Travis Scott. So win-win.
If that's true, it's likely true.
That's the thing. If it's true, it is just a rumor. It is just a rumor. But if it's true, then which here's why it actually seems like it could hold water. If there wasn't some legal entanglement, I guarantee you Travis Scott would have probably been out by now.
Mm-hmm.
It could not have been just because of WrestleMania type of thing that it's like, let's not open that can of worms type thing. There had to be some type of legal thing of why he's not there. And when I heard when someone brought up the lawsuit, it's like, that would be exactly why something like that would be held off.
Yeah, I guess.
Just take it.
Yes, we could actually have some good news there, Rick.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, but the free DLC that we get along with the DLC, WrestleMania 41 Night 1 and Night 2 and Crown Jewel, are really badass arenas.
They are.
Yeah.
They're really cool.
Although also I had to buy the actual pack because I got the deluxe edition, but I don't care, honestly. It was kind of worth it.
Yeah, they're really cool arenas.
They are. They are. I haven't had a chance to actually see those arenas, so those might be. I have the Game of the Year edition, or not Game of the Year, whatever you want to call it. I have the special edition, so I should be able to grab it. I could always. I probably already have them.
Anyone that has the Bloodline edition is pretty. You could pretty much just download it.
All right, cool. I think
It's free.
I thought I downloaded them already. I think. I don't know. We'll find out. I'll try and find them. And
Now?
I saw the WrestleMania arenas were there, so.
Well, if the WrestleMania 41 arenas are there, then that would be.
Mhm.
Then you have it there.
Yeah. So
Hey, Alicia.
so far I've been happy with the DLC. I haven't done any of the Persona card stuff yet, or gotten the doll, or what's the other one? Robo Cody. I haven't gotten either of them
Robo
yet.
Cody. Can we just bring this up? I know I was making a joke on that I would like to have Robo Cody on the roster for GM mode. That's for comedy. It is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. It is not just bad, it is hilariously bad.
That's why it's amazing.
Odds. I hate to burst your bubble, but you're saying that's the most ridiculous thing ever, when we've had the motherfucking Frankenstrowman and a zombie freaking DLC pack on 2K20.
Oh my god, I remember that. Oh
yes,
my
but
god.
but at the same time, you are talking to someone that grew up with wrestling games that one of them had Fred Durst.
Yep.
Fred motherfucking Durst.
I mean, Spider-Man was in the game.
Not Spider-Man. His entrance was. His entrance was in the game, as well as a tag team entrance where two people jumped in the air like a karate movie and hit each other with flying karate kicks.
No, Spider-Man was in WCW Nitro. So was a giant bear. You could wrestle a giant bear in WCW Nitro. So yes, Spider-Man was in a wrestling game when we were kids.
But the quote that I'm talking about is the WWE games.
Oh, okay. Sorry, you didn't specify.
There has been some really wacky shit in these games.
You know what we need?
Really wacky shit. Robo Cody is one of the most out there things, very 2K20-esque.
So we have the Tin Man Cody. Now all we need is someone dressed up as a lion. Does anybody see where I'm going here?
Oh yeah, and
an arena
now we also have a freaking doll.
We need an arena with a yellow brick road, some flying monkeys, and a wicked witch. Oh, and then someone in a Dorothy attire too.
Yes, but at the same time, now we have a freaking doll.
I know.
That is another absurd thing.
Mm-hmm. But it's fun. They're meant to be fun and silly, and it's a game. That's how I'm looking at it.
That is the absolute most creepiest ass thing I've ever seen.
It's creepy, but again, it's a freaking video game.
Yes, but there has to be some limits on what you put in these freaking games.
Yeah, I guess. I always look at like weird stuff like that as kind of a throwback to the old games from a long time ago where they would just put stuff in it. Like, I mean, come on. When you look at like Tekken, King is a freaking tiger. Literally, his mouth moves and everything.
Yes, but we're not playing Tekken.
I know.
Their defense lawyer.
I'm not being their defense lawyer. I'm just saying, like, if they're gonna do wacky shit, it's
This isn't Tekken. This is a wrestling game.
true.
And I'll defend 2K20. At least some of the DLC there fit the motif of what they were going for with each DLC pack.
I think my favorite DLC pack from 20.
This has been a straight series. This has been a straight game for the most part. And then you have Robo Cody.
Thank you, Rick. He's Jaguar. Sorry.
Robo Cody. The Lily Doll. The one that I think is probably the most offensive to me. I think it would probably be offensive to anybody. The Ghost of Paul Bear.
Yeah, that one wasn't cool. Let's see here. Alright. Scroll through the chat for a minute.
Yeah, Rick's like, he's a Jaguar.
He is a Jaguar. I was wrong. I will admit when I'm wrong, willingly.
Yeah, in a Prime bottle.
Yes, the Prime bottle. Maybe we do Great Khali versus the Prime bottle. No, let's see.
You haven't unlocked him yet. You have to go to the island for that.
Oh, shit. I ain't doing that right now. Alright, let's see. So we had Abyss and Shaq. I kind of want the DLC characters to fight different people than the other DLC characters. Let's see. Abyss already had a match, so let's see. Great Khali, we had Kelly Mavericks, The Undertaker. Let's see. Diamond Sky volunteered herself.
Yeah, that's the first word that I thought of too, Rick. Was the first thing I thought of when I saw that was tasteless.
So, let's see. Do you guys want to see The Undertaker or Diamond Sky? I could have Diamond Sky fight Khali. If you want to fight him, I'll put you in a match against him.
I was like, since she's asking for it, I say let Diamond Sky take the crack.
Alright. Let's see if we can find that arena. That DLC. There's a new DLC. Oh, here they are. Where the WrestleMania arena is. And then was Crown Jewel, right?
Yep, Crown Jewel is the other one.
It's probably up here. Crown Jewel. This one? No, because there'd be an icon above it, right?
No, that's Crown Jewel.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Crown Jewel.
All right. We'll make it a little more fair. It'll be Extreme Rules.
I'm kind of surprised that Khali is the only one that has a custom championship victory and a custom championship entrance. Out of like everybody?
Yeah. Wait, hold on.
I would have bet dollars to peanuts that it was going to be that Abyss was going to have custom, a custom ring entrance and shit too, but obviously that's why I'm not a betting man.
Yep. This ought to be interesting. This is not something you'll ever see on the show. Oh my god. Alright. Let's see. I haven't seen... I can't believe I'm even saying this. The one team that I haven't seen fight in a match yet, out of all the DLC characters, is the tag team of no, don't call them that. That's not their team name. That's one of Trav's teams. The Motor City Machine Guns. I almost called them Made in Detroit. God damn it.
Say the machine guns, like in the last DLC pack, it was a fun little addition, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I kind of have some ideas for how I could use the tag team entrance itself. So,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the second I saw them, and then the second I saw someone back creating again, I went, "Ooh, I really hope he decides to make those two."
use it.
If he makes, if Made in Detroit get made, I may have to download them and give them that entrance.
Not even just that. I'm pretty sure about to be like, I'm about to say, I might have to give them the tag belts.
They're overdue by like 2 years.
Yeah.
They're
Called it.
they're
Called
2 years.
it.
Well, they're 2 years overdue. As far as like, I know this is shifting gears, but as far as like Kyle Wrestling is concerned, I kind of owe Made in Detroit tag team titles at this point. They've done enough putting people over that it's time that they actually have the belts themselves. Every time I try giving them the belts, though, they never wanted to do it. So this year it's like, no, you're taking the belts. Holy crap, that man is huge.
Uh-huh.
And one of the matches I kind of want to see is Kali versus Andre. two giants.
So this is me in the universe mode kind of booking style
Well,
thing
yeah,
in my head.
two giants, but
I'm just imagining the Brothers of Destruction, but team them up with Abyss.
Mm-hmm.
That would be kind of a fun little group, actually.
That would be a scary team. Abyss, The Undertaker, and Kane? God damn.
Now imagine Undertaker and Kane walking out with shovels, and then just Abyss walks out with Janice. Just the other two just brought out shovels to fucking bury people there, and just Abyss is there to put them there. Just be like, here, I'll knock them down. You guys get the holes ready.
Yep, he's there with Janice ready to go. So it's like, I'm here to destroy.
I am here to murder. I'm here to do the murder.
Let's see. Ow. Alright.
As far as like the rest of this DLC goes, like pretty much this is like for some of us who are in co-op, basically this is just kind of a glorified moves pack to an extent.
yeah,
Because basically it's like they'll give us some new moves that are in the arsenal that we can use.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm pretty sure I think it's at the Phoenix 630 Centon. I'm sitting there thinking, maybe I could use that. I don't know yet.
yeah, but at the same time, it you could tell by the whole thing something's not right about the finish.
Really?
Yeah, if you go into the move sets,
Oh, is it glitched? Great.
yeah, the ending ends in a version of a splash with his legs weird.
Ooh. Damn. Just landed like. Calm down, Collie.
They need to try to fix. They're definitely probably gonna fix that.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I like this arena. This is a really nice arena.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing it on the full big screen, but I do like what I'm seeing here. That's a nice
Really
arena.
cool arena.
Mm-hmm. Just wish we'd have like the ability to, put stuff in these arenas. Like when they add an arena, it'd be cool if they ported it into Create an Arena.
Yeah.
Kind of like when they do a moveset, you have the moveset parts or the character parts too. That's the other thing. It's not just a glorified moveset pack, it's also attires. So Kali's pants are probably now in the game. Abyss's mask, I bet, is available to use now. Maybe his tattoo. I could be wrong there. They probably didn't do that.
Probably not.
they don't really do wrestler tattoos as available.
Not anymore,
games.
anyway.
Yeah, not anymore. They used to in old games. Technically, that was like the original. If you really want to go dig deep and go back, if you go back to, I believe it was No Mercy. Oh no, because Warzone and Attitude were a different developer, so they're technically not these games. But No Mercy, I believe it was WrestleMania 2000 and No Mercy. You could go in and create a character, and when you created your character, all you had were the WWE logos. So you could pick a generic gear set, or you could pick a WWE character's gear and put that on your character, and then recolor it. And then you would use their faces, which was the weirdest thing. Like the only faces that you could use were the in-game characters' faces when making your character. But it was an interesting little creation suite they had. Yeah. The lawsuit over Orden's tats. Yep. Is that what stopped it? Damn.
No, that was they already they already stopped that long before the lawsuit, but yeah, the lawsuit pretty much stopped that from ever thinking of bringing it back.
Yeah.
Which I believe either the lawsuit can't be still going on. I think they either settled out of court or she lost.
Okay. Oh yeah. All right. So there's a little glitch that Gav showed me, and maybe Gav, I'll have you be the person to fight one of the two smaller NBA guys. So that everybody can see what we're talking about here. But there's a weird glitch where his logos bled through his shirt and are now tattoos on his chest. And we'll all get to see it after this. Because yeah, that's a good point. If you have a character, there's a weird thing. So there's a weird glitch going on right now. I don't know if it was the patch that did it or what, but
I don't know.
I joked around with Gav and said, "Why does it look like he went to a rave?" He's got like all this green stuff, the green splatter all over his body, and it looks like he was going to a party or something.
And then apparently he got the sticky bandage logo painted on his chest.
Really?
I love it so much it's been painted.
Well, he has to respect his brand.
Yeah, he just tattooed it on his chest. The game crashes when you try to fix it? Weird.
Wait a minute. This actually kind of reminds you of something. Because I haven't had it happen to me, but it happened to Rage. Same thing happened. He had to basically remake his call from scratch and then, without the shirt, send it out to people.
Weird.
Yeah, but at the same time, that's probably going to be fixed at some point soon.
Hopefully, they get patched soon. Oh!
Paint up!
Dang, they got a ladder set up on the outside too? Damn!
Now, I know when you pair Kali up with Andre, I know they're going to give Andre the height that was pretty much given to him his entire career.
Mm-hmm. But in reality, Kali's actually way taller.
Oh, by 3 inches.
Yeah, if they were actually standing face to face, Andre at his tallest and strongest, and Kali at his tallest and strongest, they would be the same height. Or, well, Kali would be taller.
Yeah, Kali's taller. That's why Andre never met Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah.
When Kareem Abdul-Jabbar wanted to meet him.
Blaze Raid! What's up, guys? Welcome in. Welcome in.
What's up, Blaze Raid?
Damn, Kali with the. Kali with the
Welcome
win.
in, Raiders.
Welcome in, Raiders.
Welcome on in, Raiders.
So I did not realize that Kali was actually like that much taller than Andre.
Well, yeah, Andre was just 7 foot.
Oh wow.
Andre was just 7 foot tall. It was in his early. It was in his early days in France when he was really young. When he was like 18, 19, 20 years old, is where they said he was 7'5". And because in France, there's who's going to argue? They just kept it as 7'5".
Yeah.
That's why they said Giant Gonzalez was 7'7".
Mm-hmm.
He may have been 7'7", but he was close enough that you wouldn't argue. So he could have been like 7'6" or an actual 7'5" guy.
Yep.
Like Andre has been close to guys like Big Cat Ernie Ladd, like in the ring with him. And if you know anything about height, he's, Big Cat is only 6'8". And if Andre was 7'5", he would be towering over him.
Yep.
But he wasn't. He was damn near close in height to him.
Hey Cassie, welcome in.
Welcome in.
Alright.
So yeah, it's not it. They're. That's the thing about Andre. And Andre, the reason, and another misconception of Andre was that they didn't have the surgery for acromegaly. That's false. They had the surgery for acromegaly. Andre believed in a thing that went around that time, that if you got rid of your acromegaly, you would shrink back down to normal height.
And he didn't want to shrink.
So yeah, he didn't want to lose what made him, so he kept his acromegaly.
Weird. Alright. There we go. Let's see, what should we do here?
Yeah, and honestly, if that never happened with Andre, guys like Big Show would have never gotten, wouldn't have realized how important it was to get rid of it.
Yeah. How important it was to actually take care of themselves.
Uh-huh.
What were the arenas that
Oh yeah, plug away, Rick.
Yeah. What were the arenas that were? Or too much Midnight Hobo. What arenas were the ones that were added? It was Crown Jewel, and what else was added on the DLC?
WrestleMania 41,
Day and
Night 1 and Night 2.
Okay. So this one and these two.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Let's go to day 1 first.
Yeah. Got a chunk.
Alright.
A chunk.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
Queen of the Underground. What's that?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. False count anywhere. WrestleMania. This one is going to feature one of the other DLC characters. Let's see. Gav, who do you want to fight? Do you want to fight Jalen or Tyrese? Give you that option.
Want to fight generic entrance or MVP wannabe?
Yep. Generic intro. Goddamn.
Well, unless
Jalen,
someone can tell me what
Alright.
his entrance is copying.
you'll fight Jalen. There we go. Gav. Okay, now this is some weird stuff, folks. I'm gonna give you a little warning. See that logo on Gav's shirt? Pay attention to that when the match starts.
Uh-huh. About to see a lot of it.
Let's see. Tasha's Fight Club. Ooh. Okay.
Ooh, nice.
Ow.
Yeah, this arena is badass.
I'm getting to see it for the first time right now, so I'm experiencing some of the DLC for the first time, guys. I had a busy
Just like
week.
the actual arena, you could see fans up on top.
Oh wow, yeah, you can see them above the Trons and everything. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they use the actual arena too. So this is really cool. That stage too. That stage is one of my favorite stages.
Oh yeah.
It is legitimately like that WrestleMania stage from this year's WrestleMania is one of my favorite stages of all time. This is badass. That's all I can say. Oh yeah, you can see it bleeding through his jacket right now. Hey Gav, what happened to your shirt? Holy crap.
Holy fraggaroli.
Wait for it, and there it is.
Holy glitcheroni!
Yes. This is weird.
Mm-hmm.
Someone burnt something. Or is that my coffee that I'm smelling? My coffee, okay. Actually,
Why in my head is Swerve Strickland's theme song playing in my head right now?
I can see that.
Yeah, I can see it too. Well, so damn it.
It's in your head too now.
Yeah, so I haven't seen all of the DLC yet because I had a busy week and the DLC dropped in the middle of probably one of the busiest weeks that I've had in a very long time. So that's why we have the matches up playing in the background while we talk about it. But I think we've covered pretty much all the DLC stuff that we currently could talk about.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Shaq looks good.
Mm-hmm. We haven't even seen him in a match yet. That's coming up.
Yeah.
But let's actually start talking future.
Well, first off,
go on.
let's talk about future DLC.
Okay.
Well, mainly the next one, the next pack.
All right.
Which the next pack is gonna hold Bull Nakano, Jordan Grace, the final special guest character, which is going to be KSI, the shock of all shocks, New Jack, and Penta.
That is gonna be. Wait a minute. He just had a basketball. What?
Yep.
Yeah.
They have basketballs in the game now.
They have basketballs as weapons.
Oh boy.
If I won't lie, it's actually really fun to play with.
Oh, there you go, Blaze. Blaze is gonna
really
have
cool.
fun with those NBA streams now.
They freaking bounce them off their head.
That's
Bounce them off their head. They toss them in the air. They dribble them.
That is awesome. So now there's a football and a basketball. So you could literally have a like Balls of Fury match and have nothing but footballs.
I won't lie. The only one I can,
basketballs into
the
the
only way I
ring.
can think
into
of
the ring.
myself. The only way I can think of myself using this is a match type called the freaking the sports death match.
The dodgeball match. It's all basketballs.
No, technically you could add a hockey stick in there. You could add a baseball bat,
God damn.
Basically,
a football.
Ooh,
God damn it,
with
please.
the baseball bats and the hockey sticks. There you go. There you go. Now we're thinking. They just need a baseball, and then you can have the baseball bats, the hockey sticks, and all the balls.
God damn it!
Play with all the balls you want at that point.
Gosh dang it, Beetle, get out of my head!
Welcome back. Hey, Jen, how you doing?
Again.
Hey, Jen.
Now I know a lot of people want New Jack's actual theme song. You know, the NWA theme song.
We're not getting it.
Oh hell no! The best we're going to get is we're going to get the song that they have on the song that they used on the WWE network to replace that song for New Jack.
Hey, Jen.
That song known as "In the Ghetto." That is the best we're going to get. Which I'm fine with. It's a good replacement.
I will say, this is mostly just me thinking about it. If I do decide to make more like content for like out of like basically like history stuff for my cause, you know for damn sure there's gonna be a match between Max and freaking New Jack.
Uh-huh.
That is definitely on my list.
And with speaking of rumors of DLCs for the next game,
We already did night one, so we'll do night two now. Go on.
I do know. I believe it's been said that one of the people that Nick Khan is also trying to get up with is Abdullah the Butcher and his family.
Okay.
So we may get Abdullah the Butcher. Yeah, I know we ain't getting natural born killers, but
Abyss
my
already had a match, so.
But my heavens, would it be great?
You already know someone's gonna take the entrance whenever the entrance is released for New Jack. Someone's gonna play freaking natural born killers over it.
Uh huh.
Like I guarantee it'll happen like within the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know if Gav. I don't know if they're being added. No, nothing's ever been said about it. But I do know that the current rumor is because of apparently lawsuits with Travis Scott that they're going to replace Travis Scott with Aleister Black.
Oh, okay.
Again, rumors. We talked about it earlier. But yeah, if they're Legends, it's almost for the next game. It's almost if it happens, if those rumors are true, then we may be getting Abdullah the Butcher and I believe it's already been kind of hinted at already that we're probably going to get Demolition next game.
Ooh, that would be cool.
Because they're technically under a Legends contract.
Okay, hear me out. Tag team. Shaquille O'Neal and Omos.
Yeah, it's like good luck. Good luck shoving that. Good luck shoving that. That's a good luck shoving that team aside.
Yeah, for a universe mode, Shaquille O'Neal and Omos as a tag team.
Why was I struggling to say shoving?
I don't know.
This is an intimidating entrance right here.
I mean, there is a lot of rumors. I don't know if they're going to do secret DLC this year. Who knows?
The funny thing is,
I mean, if anything, Goldberg will probably be in 26. It's all about Legends contracts. It's not about who's in WWE. It's about whether 2K can get them under any type of gaming contract.
I'm wondering if the Road Warriors were just smart enough to say, yeah, no. We're not signing that. This is our brand.
I do not know. Hawk is obviously they're both long gone now. God rest their soul. Their Legends contracts have definitely expired. Like, I believe if someone can requote me, but I believe their last game was 2K14.
I think so. I think that was... Yeah, because they were in 13. They had put them in 13... Or was it 12 that they did? Which was the Attitude Era game? Was that 12 or 13? That was 12, right? 12 was the Attitude Era one that they did?
I think 13.
Okay, whatever one the Attitude Era was in was when they brought them back
Whoa!
in. So they brought them back in the Attitude Era game.
So yeah, I don't.
Was it.
So yeah, Blaze, I don't know anything. I don't know why the Road Warriors stopped being in the games. I have no. I am not a lawyer. I do not claim to be one, and I have no knowledge on anything of that.
Yeah, that I don't remember.
I will say for like the universe mode stuff, where they were kind of like joking around about this. I know that Shaquille's already in one universe mode. Doc Tube Wrestling. Doc freaking put him in his group.
I can see that.
The Big Bank Coalition.
Instantly, yeah, I can see that.
I can see
Yep.
that. I can see that. I can see that.
Also, just say the first three letters of freaking Big Bang Coalition. Or just say them to yourself if you can.
I've already figured out what you're doing. God damn it! Wow.
Good gracious!
Wow, what a team name.
What a team name! It's
I
Doc.
can't say on stream.
It's Doc, his cousin Rob.
What BBC?
Ah, it's one.
Yeah, the British Broadcasting Corporation. Yes. Oh. It's
Well,
a
there's
tables
another name.
match.
Oh, there's another name for that, but we can't say that on stream.
The British Broadcasting Corporation. Stop what?
I said it. I said you guys shortened it in your heads. You went, oh, yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, the second
Yeah,
you went.
It's funny that the person that the one person in this chat is the one that's telling us to stop. Anyway.
Damn.
The one person. Anyway. Yeah, this DLC's been fun. The next DLC will be even funner.
Yep.
I already know pretty much a lot of people who are gonna make like ECW like universe modes are gonna basically add like New Jack almost instantly.
Oh well, yeah.
And what?
And then also, I'm pretty sure also just as instantly, like anyone who has a hardcore belt, hey New Jack, here it is.
Uh-huh.
It's just magically around your waist now.
Yeah.
Alright, so what's the DLC after this then? Or after the next one?
After the next one?
Yeah.
Go back to the list.
I'm gonna go back and real quick and look.
I know I have it. Right, there it is. The next one after that is the Attitude Era pack. That is in September. It'll be D'Lo Brown, Billy Gunn, Road Dogg, Victoria, and Mark Henry.
Okay.
Then
Holy
the final
crap.
DLC. Then the final DLC is the Saturday Night's Main Event pack, which drops in November, which will be Jesse the Body Ventura, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, Tito Santana, the Junkyard Dog, and Sid Justice.
Okay. Sid Justice.
AKA Sid Vicious.
Okay.
So I think Paul Orndorff would be a fun like character to play as, honestly.
And I believe this is the first time we're seeing Paul Orndorff.
Yeah, I believe so.
It's his first time in a game. He's never been in a game. I've seen him on like their.
He may have been in Showdown, Legends of Wrestling, but I don't know.
I think so.
Hold up, let me look it up. Orndorff.
Gosh dang it, Kev.
Yep. Huh.
This man.
Okay, so here's what it is. Micro League Wrestling, Legends of Wrestling 2, Showdown Legends of Wrestling, so you're right about that one. Supercard, Champions, Universe, Ultra Pro Wrestling. Okay. I think the last one you really care about is Showdown Legends of Wrestling, so.
Yeah, pretty much. Because Showdown had on commentary, for those that don't know, Bobby Heenan. That was before he lost his ability to speak. Before it was around the time of WrestleMania 17, so he still had his proper voice. He wasn't, he didn't have the surgery yet for the cancer and stuff, so he wasn't, so his voice wasn't screwed up yet. The living legend Larry Sabisco and Tony Schiavone were the commentary team for Showdown Legends of Wrestling.
Okay.
Yeah, those were the people for the Showdown Legends of Wrestling game, the commentary team.
That's a good commentary team.
Yeah, it was a fun game. If you can find an emulator for it, I definitely would recommend it. Trying to get it now, probably on PlayStation 2, would probably run you up a pretty penny.
Yeah. Let's see. We saw him,
any case,
and this will be the other one.
But in any case, I think it's time to move on to future plans.
Yep.
For our content.
For basically all of us, yeah.
Yep. It's each of us talking about what our future plans are going to be as far as what content we have coming up.
They technically have already heard mine if they watched the Marvel Ultimate Alliance series. So should I just start?
Yeah, you can start.
Hey, go ahead.
What's up, Wally?
Yeah, just sum it up for those who probably weren't listening.
Yeah, for those that weren't there, we're on the road to Collision Course. So this season is almost over. We have one last build up, which is the build to Starcade, and that's it for the season. The next season will be on 2K24. After that season, I have no idea. Okay. By then, 2K26 will be out. It'll be probably in the middle of 2K26's life cycle when I finish that season. I have been doing CPW since 2019. And I mean going hard at it. Through pneumonia, double pneumonia again. Through tons of stuff. I've been just continuing to do the show. For the first time in my life, I am actually thinking of taking a good long year break. I will say something here that I didn't say in the stream. I was planning on retirement for booking shows. I was planning on retirement, but that no longer for me is I no longer want that on the table, but it's still technically there. So I am just going to take a year break. That's at least currently my plan, unless things change. I'm just going to take a good year break, come back for 2K27, and go from there.
Okay.
I think is my current plan, but again, everything is up in the air. That's just currently where my head is going. You still have another season. No one's getting rid of me. No one's getting rid of me. I'm not stopping anytime soon. I'm not leaving anybody's shows. It's just from booking shows. This takes a lot of effort. This takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of mental effort. It takes a lot of mental work. It's very stressful. So I am planning on. So again, it's heavily on the table that I'm taking a year off after this season ends, and then I do one more season on 24. My last season on 24. My last season on 24. I am still heavily planning on possibly a year break from booking shows.
Okay.
All right.
He's got a cool entrance. No, that is more than fair. 'Cause, I mean, doing the shows takes a lot, especially doing them the way that you do it. Like doing them the way that you edit them. It does take a lot out of you. That's one of the things that a lot of people don't really. I don't think we talk about that enough. It's like when you do an edited show, it takes a lot of your time. And before I ramble on, I'll let you go ahead and finish, because I'm gonna tackle all this when it's my turn anyway.
And for anybody that doesn't know my style, some of the big plot lines and some of the big storylines have already been set up and planned in my head. I'm already 2 years in advance, more than everybody else, probably even more so.
Yep.
What's coming up currently? Obviously, this coming weekend, the actual July 5th, will be Journey to Collision Course, which is the go home show for Collision Course. I will work on Collision Course, and then once Collision Course is streamed, before you get the PCM Fallout, there'll be a Chris Knight promo. Chris Knight has a special announcement. Some of you know what that is.
Yep.
I am not saying what it is publicly, but once you will see the promo, and that will lead to what's coming up for Starcade. And that'll be the PCM Fallout for that. I will take a month off after Starcade just to recharge my batteries and then go on to the next season.
Okay.
But that's it for me. If I do take the year off, don't worry, I'm going to be doing a lot more chill streams I'm probably going to be doing a lot more chill streams. Maybe some on the PS5. Maybe during that time I'll set that up.
Will we see this universe mode that you always talk about from time to time? So
By that point, I'll probably be in. I'll probably be in 2K26. So maybe you'll see 2K26s. I still have it set up 2K25s.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I do take the year off, I'm just gonna enjoy a fine, just relaxing of just doing whatever chill stream I want
Yeah.
whenever I get the itch to stream. Anyway, on to everybody else.
Samurai, do you want to go first, or do you want?
Uh,
You can go before me.
I
It's
think
fine.
you have more on your chest first, so I think you should go first.
Okay. Oh boy, this is gonna
I'll
be a
go
long
last.
one.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be the fastest to get through everything. So
Oh, buckle up, everybody. It's gonna be a long ride. For me,
okay,
hello.
I'm just kidding. For me, moving forward, my future plans pretty much. I was gonna do. I'll start with the immediate future, and then we'll get into the more complicated stuff later. I have a show tomorrow, which is Octane Live. There's a 6-person ladder match on that show that will determine it'll determine two things. It'll determine the number one, or the Money in the Bank briefcase holder. And then it will also determine the 5 people who at Redemption will fight Demolition inside of an elimination chamber for the undisputed title. So all 6 of the men in the match are contenders for the belt. One of them can just pick whenever they want. The other 5 are pretty much know that they're going into the elimination chamber in 2 weeks' time, which gets to the next part. I'm moving Redemption from 4th of July weekend to the week after because I don't have enough time to edit it in the next 3 days. Because that's the amount of time I'd have. I'd have to record everything tomorrow and then do all the editing within 3 days after probably working for 8+ hours each day. And along with that, trying to get workouts in. I'm trying to get 2 workouts in this week, one on Monday, one on Wednesday. So there goes my editing time on those 2 days. And we're doing GM mode on Thursday. Possibly. So it's like, where do I have time to work on 2
We don't know
shows?
yet. That's still up in the air.
Yeah, we don't know. So
That's at least our plan.
yeah, I don't have the time to work on 2 shows, so I'm just going to focus on Stars and Stripes. That is going to be next weekend. I'll probably do it on Sunday because I like streaming on Sundays, and I know Odds you're going on Saturday, so Stars and Stripes on Sunday next weekend, and then Redemption the week after, because I need to put that show off a week so I have time to actually edit and do everything the right way, instead of slapping things together and having it look like it's a jumbled mess, which I've done in the past. I've rushed it before. I'm not doing that anymore. I don't like rushing. I like taking my time and actually piecing it all together. So, this year was a very big wake-up call for me as far as like how busy my life is getting outside of the hobby and just time and everything. There was a point in time where I was doing like 5 or 6 streams a week. I was streaming 5 days a week at one point while working a full-time job, and I'm getting to the point now where I can't do that anymore, and I've realized it, and I'm making a conscious decision to put my health first and focus on me. I know that sounds kind of convoluted, and how dare I focus on my health, but that's what I'm doing. And
I told you to do that when you were doing it.
Oh, I know you did. I was joking when I said that, but ooh, nice.
Okay.
So that's kind of where I'm headed in the immediate future. Now, knowing that my life is getting busier.
Oh, nice, Rick.
Knowing that my life is getting busier and that I have all that extra, or have less time to put into this, I am making the decision, and I've made up my mind on this. I'm staying in 25, and I am not buying 26.
And me and odds hold you to that.
Yes, you can.
I really want to hold him to that because he said this.
Yeah.
Because he said this before.
No, well, for one, I'm trying to save up. I'm trying to save my money for something else next year. So this year, the game ended up costing me, I want to say, $120 to $130 or something like that. It was expensive. It was a big financial hit when it rolled around. So next year, I am taking that money and keeping it. And using it for other things and not spending it on the next game. I'm going to skip 26. I'll still be doing shows from 25, but it'll allow me to just keep going and not have to worry about it for another year, not have to worry about trying to create. I think I made over 60 characters this year because I made some characters for other people too. So there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes also. And I'm just at the point now where it's like, I just want to be in cruise control for a year, book shows, and not worry about anything else. So I have the next 2 years planned out. I have a content plan for the next 2 years. I have a schedule, and I'm doing it in seasons. So we'll have actually 6 seasons over the next 2 years. We're already in the first one. The first one ends at High Octane. I take a month off, come back. We got 10 shows for the holiday season. That's going to be October, November, and December. Mid-December is when it ends. So I get Christmas break off, and then the 2 weeks in January, the first 2 weeks in January off, and then I'm back again at the start of January for the championship season, which will be the Champions Cup, and a brand new tournament. A brand new tournament that is going to be for Galaxy Pro and MXT. So Octane Live will be the Champions Cup. MXT and Galaxy, since they're set.
Toonie Khan joke here.
Shut up. MXT and Galaxy, since they're technically a separate entity and separate company, we'll have. Listen, you little bastard! I'm gonna reach through this screen right now and punch you in the face. Anyway, MXT and Galaxy are gonna have their own Champions Cup type event. So we'll have those two things happening in January through March, and then I'm taking April pretty much off. I'm not going to worry about April. I'm effing off in April, doing whatever I want, and we'll be back in May to do this all over again for another 17 weeks, because that was the first season. The big pay-per-view season, that is 17 weeks long. We're in the middle of it right now. And then after that, it's the holiday season, and then the Cup and the new tournament that's being added. It'll actually happen twice in this game cycle. So it should be interesting, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it all plays out. But yeah, that being said, I'm doing everything edited, and that was the reason for the decision I made. I wanted to be able to just focus on editing for a little bit and not have to worry about creating everything all over again. Yeah.
And before Samurai starts, Beetle.
Yeah.
I know I pick on you a lot, but it's a brotherly love. Right now, I am so proud of you that you're going to take time for yourself. If anyone has a problem with you doing so, they they can kiss the right side of my ass.
Why the right side specifically?
To make the left side lonely.
Dot 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 dot.
She's doing a quote, quoting GM mode.
God damn it.
We're partially quoting it.
Yeah, that's the other thing. That'll be.
I am proud of you. You
Go on.
take all the time in the world. You work just as hard as me, if not more.
Well, there's a lot that goes into the show, and I'm not just editing the matches and adding. It's not like I'm doing what I did when I was starting. Right when I started all this, I was grabbing music off YouTube and then adding that to the matches, slapping it together, and putting it out there. But now, bless you, Gav. Now, what I do is I'm actually creating all the music.
God bless you.
Yeah, exactly. I'm creating all the music myself now in Suno, and I'm going through and updating all my themes now. And I'm taking the time to update them. And what I might actually do is during that off season, when I actually have the off season, what's up, bro? When I actually have that off time, that month off, I might actually do a stream that gives you guys a behind the scenes of what we do and what I do or how my process is. Show you Suno, show you OBS, show you Share Factory, and all the things that go into making the show and everything that happens behind the scenes. Maybe even go into GIMP and show you what I do with my logos and whatnot when I'm working with logos to make new arenas. I've been kind of thinking about that, and I think that would be a fun thing to do. Just pull the curtain back and let you guys see everything that goes on behind the scenes. So once you see everything that we do before we put out our shows, like all the little things, it all makes sense. It's like, why are you only doing one show a week or one show every 2 weeks or whatever? There's a lot of stuff that goes into it. So that also
I tried to do more shows than that. I drove myself insane.
Yeah, and I've been poor lonely left cheek, goddamn. I've been getting to that point. I truly have been getting to that point, and that's why it's like I need to take a step back.
Bless you, Blaze.
I need to take a step back. I need to think about this and actually take the time to focus on myself, focus on my health, and put out the content that I want to at the level that I want to put it out. But yeah, that's why I'm making that decision. And it'll make GM mode fun for all of us, because I told these guys we were doing 3 years in GM mode. They didn't believe me. We're doing 3 years in GM mode.
Because it's you. Why would we believe you?
I know. But we are doing 3 years in that GM mode. So buckle up, Buttercup.
And also we are also thinking of another type of GM mode thing. Maybe like a. I think one idea was just me and Beetle. Another idea was like a tag team.
Yep. And
like
then
2 GMs, and we would do it in an emulator of SmackDown vs. Raw 2007.
Mm-hmm. And one of the other GM mode ideas that I want to try is try online with a couple people, whoever wants to do it. Try an online GM mode where we hop into a Discord call or something like that, or even it would have to be a Discord call. We hop into a Discord call and do a freaking online GM mode where they'd only probably be able to see my screen, but we could at least do that,
Yeah, that's a thought.
Yeah. If I could figure out, if I were a OBS guru and I could look into it a little bit, if I could figure out a way for all of us to be able to share our screens so that all of our feeds are on the screen.
Yeah, we have a few plans for future GM mode stuff.
If you pull my... Oh, God. I remember that gosh dang picture. Who did that, by the way? I forgot who generated that stupid picture. I remember that from back in the day. Or from the Skype days. Like, oh, God.
But anyway, I think Samurai has waited long enough.
Yes,
I
Samurai,
have been
you are up.
waiting rather patiently to say stuff.
Handing you the baton very slowly, sir. Here you go. It is all yours.
Okay, so normally whenever these pop up, usually I'm saying, well, I'm still working on stuff, You'll see it eventually. Well, if you haven't seen my channel in the past, like, week or so, that has not been the case. I've actually been pretty active recently trying to play a little bit of catch up. Ring of Iron's tournaments finally are finished up, so Ring of Iron's whole thing is already set to go, so we have all of our champions, which is... We have the guy who's probably been waiting the longest, Wicked J. Riley Dynamite is a women's champion. Ryan Young, the national champion. Iron Maiden champion in Kiyoki. Straight Edge Sisterhood holding the women's tag belts. And Airstrike holding the men's tag belts. So that's all set to go. I'm going to figure out how I'm going to plan that particular company out. I don't know if I'm going to follow what Beetle's doing with having, like, a whole universe thing, just recording the matches and then, like, streaming it again like I did.
Mm-hmm.
Or if I'm gonna try to pull a page from a buddy of mine's playbook and go with, like, a whole, like, if I can, like a highlight show thing.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not that. I'm probably just gonna go for the same thing you're doing right now.
Well, I actually now I use Universe. I use Universe to just keep track of wins and losses at this point now. Honestly,
Okay.
the last few matches I've been doing have been outside of Universe.
Okay.
Like this next show, all the matches were recorded outside of it, except for I think one. One match was recorded in it, and you can tell by the controllers, the little controller icons above the characters on the menu screen. But most of the stuff I do now is outside.
Okay.
Because
And another thing, a bit earlier today, SCD finally woke up and did something.
yeah,
I had a program that's been sitting on basically my PlayStation for the last few months, and I have been meaning to do that for a while, but I kept forgetting to do it.
Mm-hmm.
That being basically Byron Poland finally addressing the audience after basically announcing his retirement tour about, like, I want to say 4 or 5 months ago. Because I've been slacking, and I have a whole bunch of other content that I need to start getting going. Like, the next video I have planned is going to be crowning the new tag team champions, which is going to be Painblade up against the McLeods, aka Family is Everything.
Ooh, okay.
The McLeod town.
Another one being the Queen of War one night tournament, because we have no Queen of War champion on SCD right now. Considering, well, just issues, pretty much. Issues getting everything over, so basically we've just decided to announce a one-night tournament where basically the winner will face off against Julia Sabina. Because Julia Sabina has a title shot already, like, established, so it's trying to decide who's going to face her.
Okay.
And basically, all this is and more is going to be building up towards the next pay-per-view event, which is Fully Loaded. And pretty much for this, there won't be any really weekly shows. It'll probably just be like, if I decide a promo segment is needed to be on its own, then it'll be on its own. There will still be, like, a super card, at least, to help build up to the show, but that'll come whenever I decide, like, it is necessary, pretty much.
Yeah.
But I will say, like, the other titles that are coming up, as far as, like, what's going to be crowned on, like, videos on their own. I already mentioned the men's tag belts. The women's tag team championships will be defended at some point. I don't know when I'm going to post that video. The Internet Championship will finally be crowned after basically we had a tournament, but then because we've been delaying so long, I've just scrapped it, decided, nah, fuck it, we're just going to put 2 people against one another, see what happens. The same thing is going for the Women's Television Championship, or I should say the Television Championship, because there's only one Television Championship entirely in SCD.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, so those belts, maybe I decide to go back to Japan for one more card with the Sakura Spirit idea. Maybe.
Do it. Do a crossover with Rage and Starlight.
Well, I will say that's usually like we did it last time with Pro Wrestling Japan, and by Pro Wrestling Japan I mean the My Rise show.
Mm-hmm.
It'll probably be that, maybe BCW, because I have an idea for a match I want to see.
Okay.
Although it's probably going to be a squash match. But we'll see. Pretty much, I've got the ideas like straight in my head. We will see where I go from here, pretty much. At least finally, I'm back in the swing of things. I finally have content out now. Basically, the show is not entirely dead.
It's alive! It's alive! SCD is back to life.
It's alive!
That was actually one of the things I was excited about for this conversation, the whole future plans thing. Because every time we go to talk about future plans, like you said, more times than not, your responses have been, "Yeah, I'll get to it." I'm loving the fact that your show's back. Like
in some way, yeah.
I am loving the
I
SCD.
can no longer do the 10,000 years later jokes.
I know.
It's a miracle.
You still can. It will just like be when a pay-per-view pops up.
Pay-per-view pops up. It's been a month since Kyle's done a show. What's going on? Oh, he's making a pay-per-view right now.
After 10,000 years, I'm free.
No, it's time to conquer Earth.
It's time to make SCD.
Time to make SCD great again.
Good God.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Alpha Cows escaped.
So you were doing ROI tournaments. So up next would be Adrenaline, right? Or
it'll be in the Adrenaline arena, pretty much.
Okay.
Because I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to keep the Adrenaline branding, pretty much. I have an arena basically being cooked up to basically maybe replace it as like a generic SCD arena.
Okay. I like a combined. You're taking Underground and Adrenaline and kind of merging them into one brand.
Yeah, it will save me some time at least. So
yeah,
Although I will say I do have the arena still already there, and I have some footage already basically crafted in those arenas. So it will probably be a while before I decide to bring in the new arena. Maybe.
Okay. I may end up doing some like more crossover events with MXT and Galaxy, so that way I don't have to do 2 separate brands for that. Like I'll still leave their shows, but I'm probably going to do something similar where it's like some type of show where they're both there, where both rosters are active.
There's one other thing I should probably mention. Mm-hmm. I'm also open to the idea of doing another crossover show if you guys ever want to. So if you ever want to run back, we can. Beetle, if you would like to have Octane or MXT or Galaxy decide to step over to one of our shows, then I'm all for it.
I have a second account, which I've been using to help with those transfers. I can easily send over 25 of my guys. I have a lot of yours already, so I could probably grab them.
I will say, okay, well, I should have probably prefaced this. A lot of my stuff is going to be staying on 24, mostly because my roster is already here.
No, I mean,
I don't really feel like having to wait another 10 years to get all of my calls again.
What I mean, though, is on my end, what I could do, because I want to do it.
What are you looking at me for?
Whatever I do, I want to do in 25, right? If I'm doing a crossover event, I want to do it in 25.
Okay.
So if I were going to be doing my part of it, like I said, I could upload like 25 of my guys and then grab whoever odds makes and grab whoever you make, or I'll figure out how many what the numbers are and we could do a Worlds Collide type event that way.
Yeah, or at least what we'll do is we'll probably just like book the card and then we'll make sure it's all gonna work.
Yeah. However we want to do it. And the cool thing is, you have your version of 24 is on the. Is it on the 5 or the 4 for you?
It's on the 4 technically.
Okay.
I have the ability to go onto the PS5 version. I can grab characters from there.
I believe you can just import your entire save onto it.
Yeah, I already did that, and I already deleted. I deleted 25 on my PS4 because I didn't see a point in keeping it.
No, but I mean, you can do that in 24 is what I'm trying to say. You can do this. Yeah, you can do the same thing in 24 where you can just transfer your entire save over, pretty much.
Okay, I'm about to think about that whenever I go back from PS5 and just download again.
Because the reason I'm saying that is if we were going to do like a Worlds Collide type event, and we each had, let's say, you guys were using 24, and I was in. Let's just say for some reason all the matches I'm doing are in 25, right? But we're doing this Worlds Collide event. What we could technically do is be in 2 parties at once. I know it's kind of silly, but we could be in 2 parties at once. I could use OBS, and I could switch. I could have it on that view screen. You know what I mean? Where we share our screens in the parties. I could have it on whoever's screen the current match is on.
And we can have CPW beat everybody on Octane.
I love how
That's where you're going with this?
I put it funny because technically SED and CPW fought to a stalemate last time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we fought to a stalemate, so basically if we do this again, it's gonna basically be, can Octane basically do the same?
Yep. Can Octane end in a stalemate? We'll see how it goes. Be a 3-way dance there. I'm already planning an internal crossover during that holiday season, essentially. Those are all crossover events. Like there's literally no roster for the holiday season. So I figured let's just bring everybody together, that kind of a thing. It'll add some unique matchups too that you normally won't get during the Champions Cup season and during the pay-per-view season. So, but sorry, I got off track there.
No, you're good. You're good.
It felt like the right time. So
I pretty much said my piece anyway. So
okay.
Pretty much just basically SED and ROI are going to be still in production right now, so I can start trying to get back into the swing of things.
Okay.
Well, we'll see. Pretty much, I just gotta basically book the next Ring of Iron episode. Because I know I have some stories I still want to tell with that, so...
Yeah.
It's gonna basically come down to just when do I sit down to do it all, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, well, so there was also an Underground episode that it's been sitting there on my PS4 for a while, so I just had to basically get everyone's theme songs together, and now pretty much I can just maybe add commercials and then add commentary, and I could probably have an episode 2 out soon.
Nice. Very
But
nice.
I will say, the only thing that's going to hold me back a little bit is because, well, I said a long while back, I could have done this and be like, oh yeah, I have all this free time in the world. No, I work now.
Welcome.
Well, actually, no,
welcome to the working world.
So I've been working for the past year, and pretty much my shifts are basically Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So that's 3 days where I can't really do much of anything unless I basically push myself to do it after I'm done with work when I'm probably dead tired.
You know, there's a funny thing about that, and I didn't realize it until later. What's really funny is when you have nothing to do, you don't want to do anything. When you have everything to do, you're motivated all of a sudden to do stuff. It's the weirdest thing. I don't know how to describe it, but it's one of those things where it's like, if you have work, all of a sudden, you feel the want to stream again and the want to do stuff. The busier my life got, the more I had started streaming. Problem is now, so there's a limit to that. You can only do it for so long, and then after a certain period of time, your body all of a sudden just goes, yeah, I don't feel like doing this anymore. And then you go from being like, really, really amped up and wanting to do a bunch of stuff to all of a sudden being like, I don't want to do anything right now. Which is where I'm at in a way. Where it's like, God, I'm on the road for 10 hours to 12 hours a week. You're on the road for 12 hours a week. You work 40 hours. So that's 52 hours out of your work, out of your normal week that you're busy working or devoting to work, essentially. Which doesn't give you much time afterwards to do anything. And I've been trying to get shows out every week, and it's getting harder and harder some weeks.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, sorry, didn't mean to hijack.
You're good.
But yeah, that's the tough part about doing all the edits and all the little things in between and everything, is trying to have the energy to do it when you've had a long week and all you really want to do is come home and like veg out on TV or something. I've had that happen too, and recently I'll get home and I don't want to do anything. I'll see parties open and stuff. I'm just like, nah, I just want to watch TV and I just want to zone out. I've had that a few times this past week too, where it's just like I just want to zone out.
Well, thanks for telling me you didn't care about us.
It's not that. It's not that at all. It's that, like,
I'm just fucking with you.
I know.
Mr. Serious.
I know.
Well, actually,
Well, let's end this.
this is how you can.
Actually, this is really what's going on. You don't know what you're talking about, man.
Alright, well, I think we've covered... I was going to say, I think we've covered pretty much everything. Is it safe? Is it safe to say, Odds, take it away?
Yes, it is. Ladies and gentlemen, the shop is officially closed. We'll be back in 2 weeks. This is the Let's Talk Cost Shop podcast is a bi-weekly podcast.
Or it's supposed to be, but it depends.
Or it's supposed to be.
It depends on whenever we actually find time to actually do this, or whenever we actually have the
It depends on things. So
It's better
we need
for my
time
schedule.
So yeah, we need time to restock the shelves and get more information for you to snack on. So that being said, until then, I'm against Odds 20. This has been Triple Beat and Young Samurai.
And we'll see you all next time.
The shop
Bye.
is
It's later.
closed. Bye.
Welcome to the Let's Talk Cost Shop box, where we talk all about the digital wrestling in. You already know, we're here to talk booking shows. We may not be experts in the game, but we're giving our advice all the same. Like the Three Stooges, we'll bring the fun. Talking strong wrestling, second to none. Let's talk Cost Shop, turn up the dial. Unfiltered opinions, that's our style. Crack your headphones and give us a listen.
Let's see if anybody catches that Daramaka. I'll hold off until... Let's see. Who caught it? Who caught it? Nightbot! You're interrupting the game, Nightbot. That is happening, by the way. Damn, too late. Yep. Alright, who caught the Darumaka? Come on, Pokecatch. Yeah, I'm hearing Odds caught it. Oh, nice! They both caught it. Yeah! Alright, oh no, guys. See you later. Bye!